going on YouTube? It's Lou Balls. This video has been I've been trying to put this out all week. It was gonna be up on Wednesday. Things came up and I just couldn't get to it until today. So my last video I put up wasn't the best of videos. It wasn't received any good at all. I know a lot of I want to thank you guys, the ones who did. Some of you guys that saw my video and said some nice things, thank you. That was very kind of you. But it wasn't a how-to video. It wasn't a show-off video or anything like that. That was me showing my very low budget start. That was me saying, hey, this is how I started. Watch the way I evolve. Watch the way I progress. That's all I was trying to do. But I put that video up on Facebook in a couple groups, and I got tore down. I got ripped apart in those groups. I mean, they were brutal. There was no sugarcoating it whatsoever, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot, because for the most part, they were right. Now, I would say 50 to 60% of them were trolls. They were just being mean for the sake of being mean. And now they still did have a point, but they didn't offer anything constructive. They didn't explain how to do better or what videos to watch to improve or anything constructive at all. They were literally jumping on the bandwagon just to tear apart the guy with no name who posted a YouTube video that doesn't belong. And it sucked. It stung, and it didn't sting because my feelings got hurt because I think I'm right, or because my ego is too big for that. It stung because they were right. I noticed it, and I've been cutting corners. And I tried to take the cheap way out, because if you guys have seen my videos and seen the way I started, I didn't exactly have time to prepare for it before I got them. It was one of those things that just kind of fell in my lap. And I did save some of those animals from something worse. And if it wasn't for my rinky-dink rack, they probably wouldn't be alive, or they'd be in a lot worse conditions. It doesn't make it right. It doesn't mean that what I have is the best thing for them. And that's on me. That's definitely on me. And so, like I said, it stung when they said what they said. And it's mainly because I got to get mine right. I got to get something better. And I owe it to them to get better when it comes to keeping ball pythons. I haven't been keeping very long, but I could have done better than I did. Now, a lot of people were freaking out because they thought I was keeping my tubs heated with a heat lamp. That's ridiculous. To heat up 8 tubs with a heat lamp, ridiculous. It doesn't matter how noob you are. If you think you're gonna heat up a whole rack full of ball pythons with a heat lamp, it's anyway. I do have heat tape on all of them, and I do have dimmer switches on all of them. Now, dimmer switches are not the best, and with any electronics, they're not reliable. It's not something that I can control. You just kind of set the switch and dial it into something that actually sets off a good temperature. 88 to 90 is usually what they set at, and it's pretty good. It took me a while to dial it in, and a lot of checking the temperatures inside and outside the tubs 2 or 3 times a day to figure out exactly where that switch is supposed to be. And I got it, but it's not the best thing. If it gets cold in the house, it's still steady, so the temperature will drop for the tubs. So that's something that I knew I had to upgrade. very, very soon. And I pushed my luck for long enough for them, and something could have happened. Thankfully, they didn't. They've been doing good. They've actually been thriving. They're healthy. They eat. They're not pressed up against a tub. They get cleaned every single day, if not every other day, whenever they get dirty. But I'm in there daily, double checking everything, making sure nobody's hurt, and I'm not cooking my snakes. With that being said, these are not, like I said, these are not how-to videos. This is simply me sharing my passion, sharing my hobby with the world. Something for me to look back on and say, dang, I started like that. I can't believe I made it this far, you know? I want to show my evolution. I want to show how I progress, you know? Some people will hide that stuff from you. Some people will show you all the really good things about everything that they do. But in reality, behind closed doors, it's not. It's a whole different story. I'm not worried about that, because I am willing to learn, because I am willing to change things. I'm not high on my horse thinking, oh yeah, I know what I'm doing, when I've only been keeping since April. So every day I'm watching videos, I'm studying, I'm reading things, I'm looking through ball python books, ball python keeping from every different angle, when it comes to somebody that just has 1 or 2 animals to somebody that has a warehouse full of animals. And I'm learning from everyone. I'm trying to see everybody's mistakes, and I'm trying to improve on those mistakes before I make them. But along the way, I have made my mistakes. My rack is a rinky-dink setup, but it works. What I do need to upgrade, the one thing that I do agree on, is my thermostat. I do have to have some regulation, but I wasn't running it full bore. I would have cooked every single one of my snakes by now if that was the case. So just understand, guys, I'm not perfect, and I'm working on it. I'm not going to be stubborn and tell everybody to F off because they're being mean to me. No, they had everybody that did say something had their points. Some of them offered something constructive for me to work with, and some of them didn't, you know? Either way, I appreciate it. You know, it wasn't the most positive way to go about it, and that really sucks. But it made me realize every single flaw that I was overlooking for way too long. So with that being said, guys, thank you very much for watching my video, and thank you for the ones that said some nice things. Thank you for the ones in that Facebook group that gave me something constructive to work with. And thank you for the ones who didn't give me something constructive and were just being hardcore trolls and making me feel like crap about my meek and meager setup. One way or another, I learned from it, whether it was keeping a tough skin, or whether it was making sure that I stay motivated enough to move on. But it's not going to stop me. It's not going to, it may slow me down a little bit just because I don't want to get in over my head, but it's not going to stop me. This is a passion of mine. I love ball pythons. And with everything that I go through and everything that I learn, I get better and I evolve. So for those of you that continue watching my channel, thank you for watching my evolution and having faith in me, even if it's only a little bit. But yeah, holla.